This guy's getting married. All right. Welcome to FaBled Hunters.
I'm Yuanji.
I'm Saint.
And today we're gonna go over some stuff that you've opened.
Really?
Or collected.
The
packages were opened.
Yes, we're gonna show you some stuff, right? Yeah, let's just go down the line.
So $100,000 worth of pickups early 2024.
Yep, beginning of these are all 2024 to present. We're in the six-figure range of pickups. This is stuff that, I don't mind showing. It's not everything, because there's some collections that are just private. There are some assets that I simply choose not to show, because I gotta protect myself from getting front run from the evil scalpers and investors out there, you know what I mean? But this is run of the mill. This is
I thought we were the evil.
We are. I just hold these items and I don't know. I'm not really investing, but
we got some WTR cold foils.
Yep. Some WTR. These are good breaking scales.
You still believe in common cold foils from this era?
I more than believe in them. I collect them and I appreciate them, and hopefully in an episode in the future, it'll make sense one day. It correlates with like my Black Friday buys.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some really awesome content to be released about binders and binders of really cool cards that I appreciate. The Tunic. These guys are. You know, I got this one at in Queenstown, pretty good deal. These, I wouldn't say they've gone down.
Yeah.
They've gone down in available volume, and then the heat has gotten off them because I think that Japan has stopped being.
They've cooled down.
They've cooled down. So I could finally get my hands on one because I was getting yoinked for many tunics. I did get yoinked in Queenstown. I don't know if I told you. There was a set of cold foils of WAC, Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising First, and Crucible. One of each cold foil. Yeah, the 3 gems and all the legendaries and all the way down to the commons and rares. And I had a deal completely set up for $38,000 worth of cash plus trade, probably half.
Yeah.
And literally a professional buyer who flew in from Japan, he was like, oh.
He has like the suit on.
He had the suit on. He's like, oh, I've got $40,000. Oh, what do you mean? It's like, oh, it can be wired to your account immediately. And I was like, at least the seller, who's a reputable person, I didn't ask for permission to name them, but reputable vendor in the community. He's like, Saint, heads up, do you want to match? Because 40,000 in cash sounds like
cash is king.
Like pretty good. And I was like, I don't have 40,000 right now. I'm playing the calling, and I let that one go. But I got beat out by literally professional buyers, and I'm just like, crap, that feels salty. It'd be like 150,000 or 140 something thousand in acquisitions if not for that that bastard. Yeah, I gotta respect.
Yeah,
respect cash. He's coming with the with a company and with a wire ready. Then yeah. But thankfully I got some scraps. So here's some of the scraps.
Good scraps.
Yeah, good scraps. Arcanite skull caps. These were way too expensive before. Now they're inexpensive pickups.
Do you think that Arcanite skull cap, with the release of other hats in the game that have, I guess, eclipsed in terms of playability, do you think that affects the collectability of the card, even though it's Arcane Rising, like the chase card?
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of, for example, Magic the Gathering cards that are just played out and literally cycled out of relevance. Like I don't know, is a force field really meta relevant in Vintage, right? An unlimited alpha or beta force field, or a Gauntlet of Might, right? Not really. Is Shivan Dragon super duper valuable collectability wise, but how many people play Shivan Dragon competitively? Or even, I don't even think, like these days with the power creep, like Juzam Jins were all the craze, but are they in every Tier 0. That's what they call it, right?
I think they did like a callback. I think there's like a planeswalker or something that makes a Shivan Dragon head.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I still think these are collectible. There's presumably 800 copies ever printed, and there's still, a non-zero amount of sealed product. So, and there's a bunch that got graded. So, I like having raw copies. I'd like to keep many of these, and there's value there. There's value there. It's one of the generic legendaries from before. Same thing like Cheyenne.
Yeah, as the Crucible War Chase.
Yep, she's a beautiful card. This is in recognition of Mrs. White. So yeah, comes from the origin of Cheyenne. The first two syllables are I think Miss Cece's Chinese name. Don't want to get too detailed into it, but that James told me in this living room, himself, and looking at the Cheyenne painting, the 8 out of 10, that's when he told me. So that's got non-zero significance to the lore. We couldn't have this beautiful game, without the very important and wise, successful, influential lady behind that successful man. So that's Cheyenne, important, one of 1,000, I think, or I think 930 or something like that. Pulverizes, I just like the EAs. Let's not sleep on Everfest, guys. The EAs are really, really hard to pull. I happen to need a flame scale furnace because I was short on these legendaries. And somebody just sold me the KO because I was playing the heck out of KO at Queenstown Calling. So
we're starting to move into some of the newer cards. A lot of people are talking about, as the collectability of the game. As we move on to some of these cards, some people might be like, "Oh, well, now it's just a player's game. Like nothing's collectible." But you're picking up some of the new cards as well, right?
I'm picking up some new and old, and here's a little showcase. Here's Runner. This is
like one of the calling promos.
Yes, it's one of the calling promos, and it's in a sleeve because it's real weird. I obviously collect alpha misprints, right? And you wouldn't expect to go to a calling and get a misprint, but here we are. It's hard to see. I'll try to get it on camera. There you go. You got the crimp right there. You see it, right, Yuanji? And now the viewers can see it. That's literally a crimp. That's when the packing part of the machine literally crimps the card. I'm not saying that this runner's worth $1 bajillion, but it's just really, really cool. And, I'm a collector. It doesn't matter if it's not even worth a cent more. Some people could say it's a damaged card. It's HP now or something like that. I don't care. I just really like it. It's different. It's a card that I received for free, showing up to the calling, and that's what the whole collector, that's what the collector mindset really should be.
Where are these double downs from?
Also, same place. These were in the same pack for.
Oh, so you got
for the calling Queenstown, and again, that's crimp. These were both in the same pack.
I think this is from the FaBled package.
I believe so. Yeah. Yep. And these were from Queenstown, so I just wanted to shout out that there are potential crimps and misprints that don't just come up in alpha, because we've showcased a couple of episodes of alpha, and alpha misprints, and that's real awesome. Now we go into some tokens here. These are some of the event tokens that came as a toss-in with a deal. I transacted with a runaway who went to a bunch of events, and he's like, "Oh, if you buy my tokens, I'll throw in these tokens." And I was like, "Okay, that's good value. I like free. I like free." These came with a much larger transaction, and these, I don't know if people remember these. These 1, 2, 3, 4.
The OG cold foils.
The OG cold foils, yeah. And we were just talking about this. I thought about this. Like, these cold foils showed up in Marvel and HP1.
Yeah.
But these were from, like, early callings or something like that. Like, really early
cards.
Promo events. And these do not step outside the bounds of the cold foil reprint policy. And these guys, they must be less now or more, or around the same. But these guys were 500 to 1,000 apiece, especially the waifu, Dory waifu, being the most valuable at the time. And then, obviously, I've got the set, too, of these guys. Dash is probably up there, because I see the Dash Marvel being sold for $550, right? The foreign Marvel. I don't see why the, Dash or the Azalea OG cold foil. Presumably, these guys have to be a lot more limited than the HP1 counterparts. I just don't see why you wouldn't want to collect these, and these are probably going into a binder. These, I don't know how they came about. Yuanji, you said you have more info, because this is something about the tournament scene, right?
Yeah, these I think were given out. It was either a Road to Nationals or a ProQuest.
Yeah.
This is when Uprising came out. I think top 8, everyone gets like a Phi or a Dromai.
Okay.
Only the winner gets the ice.
Oh, the winner gets the ice. Okay, that's why. Because I was looking this up on TCG Player. This is like a $500+ card, so that's crazy. These guys I really like. I still want gradable copies of both Blasphemofet and Urser, because I do believe Shadow's going to come back again, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen a Shadow hero since, Levia and Vinset, right? But I think they'll be back.
Well, James did say that it's Monarch is like a trilogy.
Yep. That's right. It's going to be part 3. So Blasphemofet and Urser coming back. That's cool. We've got how many? These guys, right? We're probably not going to see new Light Illusionists for a while.
Yeah.
But these Prism promos are each pushing $100 a piece, I think. And they're just really nice. We were really fortunate, OG FaBled Hunters days, to feature these shipped from James White himself. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, we did showcase these 3, and they're still really, really great cards to have. I'm still picking them up. I still like them very much. Oh, speaking of the tokens.
Yeah, these are like prize wall.
These are the prize wall tokens. This is the transaction that got me the cheap tokens, the extra value tokens.
Yeah.
We got a little extra value meal: Frostbite, Spectral Shield, Embodiments, Shackle. I think gold is really, really in demand, especially right now with heavy hitters, right? Kasai makes golds, Betsy uses golds, Olympia, right? Victor, of course.
Yeah.
So the gold is the most valuable, but these are all in the triple digit territory. Had some buddies from Asia show up to calling Queenstown, and I picked up many Merlions.
Okay.
Because I just really like them. So yeah, I was looking for gradable copies. They're in the small sleeves, so they're unfortunately not gradable copies, but yeah, glad to hold on to the Merlions. Just, I couldn't be in Singapore, but I brought Singapore to me. I was in Barcelona, and I picked this up personally in Barcelona. I purchased this extra. This is outside of that purchase trade.
These were given out side events?
These were side events. This one was from
cool.
Queenstown.
I think this is like the first of, I guess, I'm kind of hoping that they do this more often in the future, but kind of limited run side events where they print, like a really cool promo for highly playable staple card.
Yeah.
Not like super rare card, but
yeah, it's like a coven of witches doing some blood sacrifice or some autopsy of some sort, and that looks much better. Like I prefer to play this copy of Ravenous Rabble than that crazy animal, that feral animal in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So this is just the other promos from the calling.
Yeah.
And what else? But wait, there's more.
Yeah, we're not at 100 yet.
We're definitely not at 100, but here, like I said, there were gradable copies, and here, these are the big sleeves as compared to the small sleeves to differentiate. These are gradable copies. Prism, always nice. She's going to find a way in, I believe, a PCG slab very soon. Sigil, I did find a gradable copy. Another Sigil Barcelona. Oh, purchased 2 copies that ended up being gradable.
Yeah.
We're gonna, who's gonna grade this, right? I am, obviously, right?
Yeah.
If they're really nice, I'm gonna grade a Ravenous Rabble. That was a good purchase. Talk a big game and pulverize. Like this card a lot. I'm gonna see it in a slab. More cold foils. Helm of Eisen's Peaks. I think I'd like one of these in quad. These are probably not going to PCG, at least the first round. But who knows? Who knows what grades come back? Fraction Bolters. These are rather valuable, right?
Yeah.
More valuable when they're graded nicely. So fingers crossed. Cross Trap, Goliath Gauntlet, Quattro Goliath Gauntlets, and 3 Snapdragon Scalers. So these all have potential. Would like to see them in quad. We'll see. Yeah, that's a lot of gradable cards right there. And again, oh, who grades this stuff? Who collects this stuff? It doesn't really matter. I collect this stuff. I'm gonna hold on to these cards. I like them, you know?
Yeah, so now we're moving on to, I guess, more tournament, I guess, like prizing.
Yeah, tournament prizing. Tournament prizing. So, you got a little stack here. This was purchased, No Rune Robe. This, whatever poor bastard pulled this, he didn't want it. And thankfully, he didn't want too much money for it. So this is probably one of my least expensive gold foil acquisitions. I'm just glad I didn't open this, because has this ever seen a tournament deck? I don't think so, right? Like,
no, I think this card is gonna end up being like one of the meme collector cards of all time. It's just a card that is just not very playable at all.
Yeah.
And they put it's there strictly to create feels bads. That and Code of Frost.
That and Code of Frost, which we pulled, right? So this is less feels bad. This is actually pretty good, right?
Very nice.
This is one of the legendaries, right? Flick Knives, especially with the coming Mysteria set, right?
Oh, why do you say that?
Well, because Flick Knives, Ninja.
Oh, Ninja.
Yeah.
Dude, I always forget because like most of the time you only see assassins play this card. But I forget.
Who says assassins aren't in the coming set, though?
Speculation.
Azuri was from Mysteria, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, Flick Knives also a ninja equipment.
Yep. And this is originally from Outsiders, but I think this is going to come back in full force because it's just extra damage out of nowhere, right? You like, here you go. Yep. Like, you're up at the end of the game and they're at 1 life, and you exhaust them of cards, and bam, there's that 1 damage. So that's what that does. Raiden Dustbane. I think Bolton's coming back a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this is like one of the better hits in the kind of majestic
range.
Yeah.
Right? These and the OG weapons, right? I would say like the pistol, the romping club, the Doranthia Dawnblade.
I have a funny story. I ended up selling for the RTM that I got to finals, and we split the gold foil.
Oh yeah?
I sold it to a store. Mm-hmm. The store sold it to a customer.
Yep.
They opened it.
Yep.
And they got a Anathos. You were talking about the OG weapons.
Oh yeah, Anathos. Was it the one that you won recently?
Yeah.
Oh damn, man. All right, well, hey, at least you got liquidity and you didn't gamble. You know, you can win and you can lose. You can always get a bone vizier,
yeah,
right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not good to gamble. We speaking of not good to gamble, yes, this is taking it in the nads. This is from the Chuck Norris Fist. These were acquired this year and opened, a couple episodes ago. And the HyperX 3 was really, really a salty pull. But, the Warband, I see this going up. I see Bolton, having his day in the sun really, really soon.
You were saying that Doranthia is about to have a light glow up in the future.
I don't actually know.
Yeah.
But I'm just inhaling massive amounts of copium.
Okay.
So
sure.
Yeah.
All right.
And let's not forget, these were purchased already graded.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna crack them out and binder them up. The No Rune boots, always good to have No Rune. Arcane Barrier is gonna be, a thing. It's here to stay, right?
Yep.
And then Shock Charmers. This is
also
just
good for Arcane.
Yeah, also Arcane Barrier, but hey, it's lightning equipment. Who knows when Element is, elemental heroes are going to come back.
Yeah.
And it's also a really beautiful art from Iswardi, and this is the most valuable iteration of Shock Charmers. So that was a nice pickup. So yeah, I don't know. It seems that we're not at the full amount yet. We haven't hit that 6-figure mark yet, right?
Yeah. So what do we have next? We have some Judge.
Some Judge product. Yes. But wait, there's more!
Yeah.
So, we have opened up some Judge pieces. These come with the Judge Pack 4s. We've got Last Ditch Effort, Smashing Good Time. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, Proclamation. 4, Sink Below. This is the hit of Season 3, so glad to have hit it. 5, I think we did a lot of this content on 1-2 Juice.
Yeah.
Bruta, Summa Rudis. 6, Teklovasen. These are all gradable. Teklovasen, which this was Season 3 or 4.
It has to be like the
probably three.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the big hit of Season 4, Shimmers of Silver.
Yep.
I don't know. You see her from the front, but she looks she's got white hair. She'd look pretty good in the water, right?
Oh, we just saw the key art.
Almost like, yeah, the kickoff art for the Mysterious set. So, hey, and she's an illusionist, presumably.
A lot of people are thinking the same thing. One card that got a lot of interest after they spoiled the Mysteria key art was the Marvel version of the Celestial Kimono.
Marvel version of... Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's all shiny and Japanese looking, right? Yep. So, shimmers. And, lastly, 9 Zealous Belting. So we open up 9... These were all picked up in New Zealand, in Queenstown. Yeah. And it was just an effort. The judges at the time were getting a lot of hate from the collector community, and I didn't like that. Sorry, the collector community. I didn't have a part in that. And I just really appreciated all of the judges. And I do appreciate all the judges that work hard at the events. They're out there, they're dealing with a bunch of disgruntled players because adrenaline's coursing through everybody's veins. I was at the calling, like round 3, I didn't do anything, but right next to me, judges were like, hey, it's time, you can't do this, you can't do that. 2 players are trying to talk, and the judges were trying to diffuse the situation and not get anybody DQ'd, and one of the players was just talking back, and I was like, this is like the worst thing. It's like the cops are here, you gotta just... be cool. But he wasn't being cool. And I was like, wow, there was this little angry tension and some standoff. And I'm just like, man, I know the judges are getting paid, but they're giving up their weekend. They're standing around and they just need some love. And I agree with what LSS has been doing. I agree with LSS. I stand with LSS on this, that they need to respect and they need to give their judges essentially recognition. And this, I would say, is more than just recognition. It's a form of compensation. So in total, I purchased, there's 9 over there initially, because we already opened 9. Getting all the... So season 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
A lot of season 2.
Yeah, a lot of season 2, which I don't mind. But season 2... Oh, and there's a little story. Let me just... I don't want to lose count. So it's at 25. Yeah. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Huh. There were more judge packs. But yeah, apparently I've got 46 judge packs. In total, I had more than 50. I purchased more than 50. I don't know where 5 of them went. I probably opened them up on a drunken night in Queenstown and do not know where the cards have went. But hey, at the time, these were being purchased at the 100 to 150 range. Yeah. And these were in the 200 range. I actually provided a premium to the judges. I just said, any judge, just come by. Thank you so much for your support at the Celebrational. They worked really hard. They were really kind to me. And they saw the amount of pressure I was under, especially playing the head judges at the Celebrational, I believe. Amanda and Nick. And they were just super sweet. They were like, go take a little bit more time. Go get something to drink right now. Because the pressure of competing with really good players is high. And I just wasn't used to it. Yeah. Nick was even like, just... Saint, it's lunchtime. Go eat something. Why don't you register your deck? Because there's a deck check or something with the sleeves. Mansant was flexing like multiple different sleeves, or maybe that's how Runaways do, because they've got different sleeves from different decks. Yeah. And I got called on it. I'm like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't mean anything. Anyways, they're super kind. So I just wanted to show the judges some love. So I picked up over 50 judge packs. That said, wanted to ask you, Yuanji, but we also wanted to ask the viewers. Yeah. How should we present these openings of the judge packs? They're not even, because I think season 4 is scarce. We've got 8 season 4s left.
Maybe we should do like a segment. I don't know, like if we are gonna do like YouTube shorts.
13.
But we could do like a segment where like at the beginning of each video, we just open like 1 or 2 of them.
Really?
Or something like that.
10, 16. I think no matter what, we can safely open 2 season 2s, just because I like opening some stuff. Yeah. And we can put this away for now. Anyways, much love to the judges. sorry, vendors of Queenstown. I didn't mean to murk your deal. I just wanted to show the judges some love, so I paid them a premium as a thank you for their hard work, especially the head judges, Amanda and Nick, at the Celebrational.
Yeah.
They should be compensated. They should be recognized for their efforts because, again, they're giving up their weekends. They love the game of Flesh and Blood as well, and they don't get to play. So, you know, they're sacrificing. So that said, sleeves are ready. We're looking for
Art of War.
Art of War. Yeah, that's one and done.
Is the Faper scene in this one? Or
The Faper scenes, and yes, it's in this one as well. Yeah, I haven't pulled that yet. All right, here's the card. You first.
All right.
Last ditch
That's
effort.
pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's,
okay.
that's a big hit.
Vincent.
I think Vincent's the second hit.
Yep, it's number 2. So she's solid. Last ditch effort ain't bad. I'd like to get a Fate Foreseen. It's weird that I haven't gotten that yet, because this is like a super rare. Vincent's like a majestic level, I think, and so is Art of War.
Yeah.
But I haven't even pulled a Fate Foreseen yet. So these two are good. I think that they average out pretty nice at $250 a pack. That's fine. I think Vincent's at $500. So still liking what I see.
Free rolling.
Yeah, free rolling. Oh wait, but we're not at 6 figures worth of stuff yet. This episode, we can't just close out the episode, right?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. We already opened up the gold foils from Hartford, right? The Runaways gold foils. Unfortunately, yes. I remember it. I still remember that stinging pain.
Yeah.
Like it was yesterday. So yeah, these are the Queenstown Battle Hardened. This was from Mr. Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis Zhang, I think it was Dennis, Brody, and Dr. Fang,
Yep.
champ Dr. Fang. And Michael actually handed this to me, and he was just like, hey, Saint, just on behalf of the players, we really appreciate what you're doing to support, the player base and the community. I think people don't recognize that there's a lot of interaction, there's a lot of connection between the players and the collectors.
But what about the narrative that we're just opposing forces?
How are we opposing forces when these gold foils need to go to somebody? I'm not the only one on the planet buying gold foils, right?
It's a player's game.
It's a player's game, yes, but
F the collectors.
But these ultimately go to the collectors, and it basically it's like collectors exchange dollars or presumably some resources for these gold foils, and then the players get to go to more events and get to live that dream of chasing their majors win and being immortalized in the history of Flesh and Blood.
I liked it better when we were just screwing each other over, because that's the dynamic.
But
everyone
can't we just save that for Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, well, we'll see when we start just printing everything
to the ground.
Yeah.
They're gonna print gold foils. Yes, they're going to print them Cardamundi, and they're going to put them in every booster pack,
every
right?
Booster pack, you get a gold foil slot.
So this is the one of the 3 battle-hardened legendaries. We'll open this up at a future video.
Yeah.
We'll mix it in. Yuanji and I will talk. We'll mix it in. And then these are the 2 of the 8 gold foils from the Calling.
I was rooting for you to win one of those.
Yeah, I won't say that. I need a cash first. I'm gonna look for a cash, and then I'll try to get a top 8 one day. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Because now that I've got the taste for the competitive spirit and that atmosphere again, I'm gonna try to just make day 2 cash. Yeah. Baby steps.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, is that it? No, we're not. We're not at.
We're getting close.
We're getting very, very close. Because there's a little bit more. But wait. There's more! Yes, the biggest pickups of 2024 for me started with this. This is
like the OG Road to Nationals.
OG Road to Nationals tunic. And these things
we didn't really know, I think, how valuable these were going to be at the time.
Yes, we didn't.
I think at the time when... everyone knew that Final Spring Tunic was really powerful.
Yep.
But I think at the going rate for these at the time was $700-800.
Oh really? I remember them as cheap as $5. but then they went up to about 1,500
I think they
in
were
a week.
I think they were 5 maybe at the first week.
Like the moment of, right?
Yeah, and then towards the end, towards the last week, I remember they were going for like 800.
Yep. I just want to make sure I showcase
Yeah,
this.
but nobody would expect.
Nobody knew that. Right now, these are, I think, between 7,000 to 9,000 raw, and this is one of the few 9.5 PCG versions of it.
I think one of the driving factors is that I think for a lot of people the rainbow foil actually looks more appealing than even the gold foil, just because there's like foiling on the art of the card.
Okay. I don't agree with that. I have both, but some people taste and preferences. I respect people's taste and preferences, but they're wrong. But I do like this card very much.
It's a really nice card.
This is a really nice card and a really nice grade, 9.5 basic plus. I know that not many of these made it to this grade because, for whatever reason, Cardamundi, but whatever reason,
also,
these do not have high print quality.
When they handed these out, the distribution method was just really bad. Like, they would literally, for the RTN package, just like throw this maybe in a top. I don't remember if it was even like in a top loader or it was like in a sleeve or maybe like in a top loader. And they would just like put it in the box with like the playmats or whatever.
I don't believe they were even sleeved. I don't even remember. They're crazy. Maybe the store sleeved them afterwards.
Yeah.
But it was early days of Flesh and Blood, and this is a 2019 card. You can see at the bottom, right? 2019 LSS. And I think these are limited to less than 150 copies, like outright. 9.5 copies. I don't know if there are even 5 in the world, but I'm happy to have, acquired one.
Yeah.
So this is a 5-figure asset in its own right, because like I said, the raws already up there, already approaching that. I think the raws at one point were at about $9,000 transacted. And and that's not the last piece. The last piece, there's a little story. I know we're going long. There's a little story with this COP. There are 2 of these in this grade in the world, and this is one of them. I actually had one of them. I had the first of the 2 in my hands at Baltimore.
Yeah.
But I was acquiring it for a very good friend and collector. May or may not be in Asia, may or may not have gifted me a very important, or very, very valued and treasured art piece.
Yeah.
And I sent it off, and I was like, I was just coping for a month, more than a month, like 6 months. I was like,
you're battling with yourself. It's like the logical part of your brain's like, I don't need
everything. I don't need one of those. So what if somebody else has one and I don't have it? And well, it just so happened that at Worlds Barcelona, the second copy came into existence and distribution, and it was purchased for a not small amount, and then it came by me, and I mean, I had to give the owner of the first buyer of this some action, as well as some incentive. So there are 2, and this is the second one, and the first one is presumably safely stored away, never to be seen again in Asia.
Yeah.
And this one is now in my hands, and it is
probably
also safely stored and never seen again. People will probably say, "Oh, look, you're a dummy for holding on to this card because they've got Balance of Justice now. Crown of Providence is blah blah blah." But I mean, there are fewer versions of this than even the
tunic,
gold foil tunic.
Yeah, because I think there are 50 tunics.
There are 50 tunics, all in distribution. There are 25 of this ever made. Yeah. I think there are less than 25 in distribution. And there's 2 of this in the highest grade of 9.5 quad. So, this is a very important acquisition for me. More important than I was willing to admit, because I was coping with it for many, many months. And
but now we get to make a YouTube video hitting 100K.
Yes, now we get to make a YouTube video about the 6 figures of acquisitions in 2024 that I'm willing to show.
So I think to sum up, Flesh and Blood collecting is dead.
Yes. Nobody's doing this. I'm buying all this stuff and I'm holding it because I want it all to go to zero.
Yeah,
Is that
all bags?
That's yes. And if you have gold foils, if you have cold foils, contact fabledhunters@gmail.com. I will give you TCG player minus 69%. You see what I did there, right? Minus 69%. TCG player minus 69%. Because it's all going to zero, so my loss is I can't even keep a straight face. My loss is your gain. Anyways, kidding aside, hope you guys liked the episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, join our Patreon, because the Patreon money goes to FaBled Runaways. Let's go Runaways, everybody. Let's go Runaways. And see you next time. Right?
Yeah. See you guys next time
All
for
right.
the next $100,000.
Bye.
It's a little baby.